Time crunch. We are on a time crunch today. Friends, family, people of the underworld, people of the afterworld, whoever you are listening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, let's all take a moment. Let's take a moment of silence. Let's take a moment of silence for this year, this beautiful year that we've had. 2020, where all of our dreams have come true, all happiness has happened. We're proud to be here. We would never want anything else to change. The world that we're currently living in is the best world that we could ever imagine. Nothing needs to change. Nothing in the world needs to change. Everything about our lives are going super duper well. And that's that. And I honestly feel that way. I feel like this world is beautiful. We're beautiful. We're doing well. There's no issues. There's no political issues. There's no COVID. What the fuck is COVID? I don't even know what COVID is. I just got a strike for saying a curse word in the first 3 minutes of YouTube. I have no idea what COVID even is. It's never even existed before. And that's that. I'm just so happy to sit here, wake up every morning, and just go on news and see Joe Biden leading Donald Trump by 7 points in pivotal Pennsylvania. It's pivotal. That's a pivotal state. All the other states in this country, you're not pivotal. You mean nothing. You mean nothing. Nebraska, I know you've never meant anything, but especially today, Nebraska, you mean nothing to nobody. We don't need you. You're not pivotal. Pennsylvania's pivotal. Would they say, do you think they would call Nevada pivotal? Maybe not. What would they call Nevada? It has to start with the N. Negligible. They would say it's a negligible state. Maryland, monstrous monster state. They would call us Monster Maryland for Halloween. It's partly cloudy today. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. I think I had to sneeze. I'm not sure. Feeling like Seattle, man. Only thing we're missing is protest. We need like huge protests now. We need shit burning down. We need people beating the fuck out of each other, punching each other in their head. We need Antifa and Proud Boys just flying up and down the streets, just knocking each other out. Man, what is this? I want Seattle, man. Annapolis, what are you doing with this weather? 66 degrees, partly cloudy. I need a little more chaos in my life, dude. I need a little bit more chaos. It seems like everything's just going so well. I'm just waiting for everything to fall apart. Maybe 2021 is going to be the year of disaster because 2020 has been an absolutely splendid, beautiful year. I can feel it in the air. It's brought everyone together. Our president is the best. He's kicking ass. I'm so happy that he's our president. He has no issues. He's not a narcissist. He's not a sociopath. He loves everybody. You can clearly hear through all his talks. He's talking how happy he is, how he accepts all ethnicities, how he never calls anybody in Mexico. He's never referred to those countries as shitty states, shitty countries. You know, he's just a good all-around person. He treats women with the utmost respect. He respects the shit out of women. I mean, all his wives have been amazing people, beautiful people, right? He's a good person. He's a good person. You can just tell by the way he comes out and he talks like this. This is going to be a great country. That's Russian. But you can just tell by the way he speaks. Don't even get me started with Joe Biden, man. That guy is even, I would say, honestly, he's more of a saint than Mr. Donald Trump, right? I mean, he has to be. I mean, there's all those beautiful pictures. All those beautiful pictures you see of him just sniffing little kids' hair, right? I mean, I just want to make sure this is true. Joe Biden sniffing. Just Google it. Joe Biden sniffing. Oh, Joe Budden. Sorry, Joe Budden. Wrong person. He's a rapper. Look at this. Just beautiful pictures. Me, Creepy Joe, who sniffs hair, rub noses, and fondles. Sorry. This is a serious podcast. I'm sorry. This is not fake news. This podcast is, I'm dead serious with everything I say here. I'm so serious with everything I say. This is from the Times. Meet Creepy Joe, April 3rd, 2019. It's a while ago. April, March. It's a long time ago. That's a whole year ago. Meet Creepy Joe, who sniffs hair, rubs noses, and fondles your face. Here he is with a young Asian woman, Joe Biden, and a niece of Senate Mitch McConnell, swearing-in ceremony in Washington. He's just grasping her by the head, and like he's like praying into her brain. He's like, I would honestly, it looks like he's sniffing her, but it more or less looks like he's like massaging her temples to like give her, I guess, like get rid of her headache, maybe. Or maybe he's trying to transfer her to like the gods above. And maybe he honestly what it could be, which if this is the case, then it's beautiful. I'm so happy that he is possibly going to represent me as a leader of the free, as a leader of the free world. It looks like he is granting himself the power of God, and he's rubbing his palms against this 8-year-old's temples, and he's saying, "You will go to heaven. I, Joe Biden, creepy Joe Biden is going to be your direct path to heaven." Called inappropriate behavior. Joe Biden's widely anticipated campaign for the White House has suffered a blow after a second woman accused of inappropriate behavior and said that he should stay out of the race. Amy Lapos, 43, a former aide to a Democratic congressman, said that Mr. Biden had touched her face with his hands and rubbed noses with her at a fundraising event. The encounter at a private home in Connecticut in 2009 wasn't sexual, Ms. Lapos said. Some countries it's very sexual. I don't know. Maybe not in this country, but could be. But there was a line of respect that Mr. Biden, now 76 years old, had crossed. Honestly, 76-year-olds, I would never, every time I think of somebody who's like, like a pervert or somebody who's like, dangerous to women, and is a predator to women and is a predator to those people that are weak. I'm not saying that he's that. I'm definitely not accusing him of that. No, not at all. Not me. It doesn't even have thoughts about it, not him. But I never guess those people to be 76. I always think them to be young, right? Like, I mean, honestly, you never think you never see like a bit like Bill Cosby. He was a anomaly. They're not all that age. They're not all 83 years old. They're usually young men, 20, 30, 40. I'm totally kidding, by the way. That was very sarcastic. Everything else I said was not sarcastic. Everything else I said was absolutely dead serious. Quote, "If Biden truly supports women and gender equality, he would step aside and support one of the many talented and qualified women running," she said. Continue reading. Get unlimited digital access for free for 1 month. Unlimited digital access. Start your free trial. And the Times, this is why you suck. New York Times, this is why you suck. All those places, this is why you suck, because now you guys put yourself behind a paywall. Meanwhile, homeboy, what's it called? Snapchat is out there. Not Snapchat. Yo, Snapchat killed it, dude. They destroyed this last quarter. Everybody's on Snapchat. Everyone's staying at home right now, and they're all sending each other weird pictures on Snapchat. People are pissed off about being on lockdown. People are pissed off about coronavirus. But meanwhile, people are actually just sitting home, sending each other the weirdest fucking Snapchats in the world, putting filters on their faces to make themselves look like a devil and like a bunny devil, just wild. Dude, humans are the weirdest creatures in the world. Yo, this picture right here, this homegirl is like, she's absolutely terrified. The gut you gov hair. I can't get over these images. Okay, here we go. This is dead serious. This is from December 3rd, 2019 by Bridget Reed from The Cut. The Cut. Now, in 25 minutes, we're going to have, now with us, Bridget Reed reporting from The Cut. Dun, 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 dun. Exclusive poll shows most people hate hair sniffing. Honestly, I would have never guessed. President candidate Joe Biden has a pattern of questionable behavior towards women. His reputation is so robust. God, that word, robust. When you use that word, you're trying to elicit a string of emotions. His reputation is so robust that incidents so well documented that they have earned him the longtime nickname of Uncle Joe. His Uncle Joe, Uncle Joe. Sorry. Now reporting from Now reporting from Annapolis in the corner of the bedroom, Michael Lab's show is now reporting on Joe Biden, whose reputation is so robust, that incident's so well documented, that they have earned him the longtime nickname of Uncle Joe for his penchant for using folksy, grandfatherly language, even with his peers, with the occasional addition of, quote, creepy, end quote, for routinely invading women's personal space. Since announcing his campaign in April, Biden has done the following. Aggressively held the hands of a young Sunrise Movement activist he was arguing with, called a female moderator who challenged him sweetheart, referred to Senator Kamala Harris as a kid. Oh, by the way, she is now the vice president, soon to be possible president, because he's going to die. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but he's dead. Joe Biden's not surviving. Oh, also, your other guy, Donald Trump. I'm sorry. I apologize. Our leader, our brave leader, one who has no ethical question marks. He's a very honest person. He's a very honest person. He loves his country first. Loves his country first. He's gonna die too. Definitely not gonna be alive that much longer. They're just not doing super well, right? I mean, Trump is up there. He's still slinging dick at 73 years old. He's got a Russian girlfriend. I don't know how, I don't know, much about their relationship. I honestly don't. But I don't understand how nobody has, dug into her history, right? It just seems so, as much as they try to make this connection to Donald Trump, being, butt buddies with Vladimir Putin, you would think that there would be some type of connection with Donald Trump and with homegirl, I don't know, Miss First Lady, President sidekick. There's got to be a connection, right? There has to be something. I just feel like no one's ever looked into it. Anyways. Refer to Senator Kamala Harris as kid. Oh yeah, they're both gonna die though. They're not Donald Trump's not gonna. He's not gonna be swimming at 80. He's not gonna be out flying to Texas to scream to his supporters at 80 years old. I honestly I feel like the Zoom dick incident is the talk of the town. My boss never praises my work. These are two other popular stories. I just feel like he is drugged out of his mind. I don't know what he's taking, but whatever he's taking is working for him. I mean, he's flying to Pivotal, Pennsylvania and talking. I just don't see how much longer the drugs can work, right? I just don't know. Maybe First Lady's buying in prostitutes, getting him escorts once a week to keep him going. I'm not too sure. That's just speculation on my end. I actually don't have any evidence to prove that, but it'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious if you could do that. Yeah. By the way, ad blocking. Twitter doesn't make you read ads to read stuff. So you these platforms are definitely gonna be gone here soon. So. And told a 10-year-old girl that she was good looking. One month before that, former Nevada Lieutenant Governor candidate Lucy Flores wrote an essay about her experience with Biden in 2014, claiming he put his hands on her shoulders, sniffed her hair, and kissed the back of her head. A steady stream of similar stories came out afterwards, of women who said Biden had kissed them on the lips. Smooth move, Biden. Smooth move, buddy. Snuggled them. Snuggled. Don't know what that means. I think snuggled means in bed. That's on the couch watching 90 Day Fiance or something. But this snuggled might just be I don't know. Who might have speculate? And I only bring real news, not fake news. And whispered closely in their ears in a way that left them feeling uncomfortable. Biden has denied. He's denied this. So that's that. I mean, so at least we have a very honest president who is currently the president and could win the race. And if that's the case, then I think I know I'll be happy. I know I'll be jumping for joy. So will most of the country. Everyone should be happy. But no, we have a very stable president currently, and our backup, Joe Biden, he's also very stable, right? I mean, he's gonna kick ass too. This one's hilarious. Is Joe Biden's touchiness out of touch? This girl is like getting her belly like squeezed by him, and she's literally looks like this. She's like, she's like, what the fuck is that? But in other news, stimulus talks come down to a Trump loyalty litmus test. Don't know what that means. Sounds like they're trying to say stupid again. I don't know. Stimulus package is unlikely to get through Congress before the election. Goldman Sachs says that's not good for the old market. I've been watching that stuff nonstop because if a stimulus package gets by before the election, which is really shocking. I thought Donald Trump would do everything he could to get the stimulus package through because honestly, so you know what? Here it is. Since I've been brutally honest and super honest with everybody on this podcast, and everything I said was not even remotely I was sarcasm. Nothing I said was sarcastic. I honestly thought McConnell warns White House against making stimulus deal as Pelosi and Munchkin is closer. So they want to do it. So I think Munchkin is like the head of the Treasury. So he wants to do it. I know the White House wants to do it. But I really think that if I was Donald Trump, I would try as hard as I can to get checks out to people, or at least let people know that checks are coming your way pre-election, because people are willing. So people will change their vote if they get a $1,200 check. That's just the truth. People are very simple. People have very strong ideologies. People have very strong opinions on things until push comes to shove, and there's a $1,200 check sitting right there, and you need money to feed your kids. You will flip, and you won't be mad when you flip because you need to feed your kids. My hair looks like shit. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so ugly. What am I doing? I gotta fix this. Let me go get my hat real quick. It's right there. Now I look like a little boy. Not like, don't get too excited there, Joe Biden. Sorry. Real reporter. Yeah, I thought like he would try as hard as he can to get money to people, because I know when people get money, they're willing to do they're willing to do a lot of crazy shit. Like they will change their votes because they're getting a $1,200 check, especially when that check comes in the mail, says from Donald Trump, which I think is wild. But he is the leader of the country. I digress. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez played Among Us in a bid to get out of the vote. Don't care. Shouting matches, partisan rallies, guns at polling places, tensions high at early voting sites. I'm sure there's probably only like 5 incidents happening, but Washington Post is saying tensions high at early voting sites. Trump paid China $188,000 in taxes from 2013 to 2015. He maintains a Chinese bank account. Weird, right? So crazy to think that a billionaire has a bank account with the second strongest economy in the entire world. Crazy, right? Like, I would never guess Jeff Bezos. I don't think Jeff Bezos has an account with them. No, not Jeff Bezos, who only owns the biggest e-commerce business in the entire world. What about Elon Musk? You think he has a bank account with China? There's no way he has a bank account with China. I mean, Tesla's only like the most common car that China drives. Breaking news: a billionaire who's a real estate mogul, who's a real estate mogul, has a bank account with China. Crazy shit, right? I would have never guessed. Joe Rogan forced to cancel Kanye West podcast. That sucked. Honestly, I was not happy about that. Oh, this is for me. They're guessing. What the fuck? Oh, that's so sick. I heard about that. This wasn't like 100% positive it was going to happen. Let me go back up here. Yeah, Joe Rogan, his producer Jamie went ahead and got COVID-19, which is a sickness that's been bothering our country now for, I don't know, 9 months maybe. It's if I don't know what news you guys watch. I watch the real news. So what it is it's a sickness that can kill you 100%. If you do get it, you're going to die. If you contract it, just walk off the edge of a bridge, because it's the same chances of you surviving. What else? Oh yeah, but his producer went ahead and got COVID because he's an irresponsible piece of shit and he doesn't like his grandma and he wants his grandma to die. Right? That's so weird that people have like this weird narrative that like if you it's weird, like if you get COVID, like you're like a dirty person. But if you forget to wear a mask, if you like walk into a restaurant or something like that, or if you like, I don't know, if you just do something that's not like the top level of protection, people are like, oh, you're a grandma killer. You gotta watch Tim Dillon's. Tim Dillon is a comedian. He has a bit on it. It's hilarious because he's like fuck it, kill your grandmas. Who needs your grandmas anymore? Just let them die. They're useless anyway. So they just complain about everything. They're mad about everything. They're the generation from the Great Depression. They hate our government anyway. Just fucking kill them. Fucking kill them early. It's terrible. I love it though. But I was very excited to listen to Kanye West. Just listen to him go off the rails. I'm alive. Jordan Peterson returns to YouTube after a grueling 18-month battle with illness. Now, this was something that I was very, very happy to see. I love Jordan Peterson. I've actually been listening to him again a lot lately. I do this thing where I find myself not going. Sometimes days go by and I'm like, I just feel like I'm part of the ether, and I don't feel like I'm actually taking control of myself. Like I don't feel like I just don't feel like I have control of my own emotions, and I feel like I don't have control of my own thoughts, and I don't like that. And it usually happens when I'm like super duper busy, or if I have a lot of stuff going on, or if I'm stressed about something or stuff like that. And one thing that really helps me just kind of bring myself back to center, which I think is super important. I think the early in your life you can figure out tactics and tools to actually bring yourself back to a center point of reality, just to center yourself and make yourself feel good again. The better you're off, the better you're going to be, the better off you're going to be. Not like off like kill yourself, but off like the healthier and happier you're going to be. Is super important. And for me, Jordan Peterson is that person. Jordan Peterson for me was like kind of like a father figure. I have a father. I have a brilliant father. I love my father. But sometimes people in your life, as much as you care about them, it's impossible for everybody to fill every single role that you personally need. Especially for me, I think I'm a selfish person. Like I think I don't require a lot from people, but I do like a lot of things. And I really was looking for somebody who, really, Jordan Peterson taught me the power of being a man, the responsibility of being a man, and the responsibility it takes to be a happy person, and that the only way you can actually feel happiness, true happiness, is to take responsibility of your entire life. Take responsibility of everything you do. Take responsibility of yourself, your own actions, the things that you say to people, the interactions you have with individuals, your bedroom, your bed, your relationship, your job, your money, your future, your past, your health, your fitness level, your everything, your intelligence, your reading level, everything, school. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. And I found that so comforting at a time. It was a very pushing mannerism that he had about him, but at the same time, it was super caring. It was a very caring feeling too. I just felt like I feel like I was being cared for, and I really liked him. And I've read all his stuff. I've listened to all his podcasts with Rogan. I've listened to all his podcasts with everybody. And I love his books. The 12 Rules of Life. This book right here, which is like a textbook, Maps of Meaning: The Architecture of Belief by Jordan B. Peterson. I think it came out in 2012. It's a super complicated book to read. It's very Nietzsche and Carl Jung and Friedrich Nietzsche driven. It breaks down, how do we believe anything? How do we process beliefs? What is a hierarchy? What is a social hierarchy? Why do we do certain things before we do other things? And it just implements so many things, from religions down to culture, down to society, down to an individual level. And I think his book is absolutely brilliant. I think his mind is one of the most brilliant minds this 21st century is ever going to produce. And I think he is just an absolutely astonishing individual, someone who's helped me tremendously, and somebody that when I meet, especially men, and I have no shame of saying that I think he is for men. I think he can help men more than anything else, more than anybody else. He's there for men, because I think a lot of men in this world are so lost with themselves. There's this image of what a man is, and if they feel like they're not that for a second, they feel shame for it. And he teaches you, yes, you should be a man. Like, you need to take control. You have to take responsibility of your life, but at the same time, it's okay to feel these certain things. But at the same time, you also have to escape the Garden of Eve. You gotta be the dragon that eats your parents and grows up and is able to take care of your parents. You have to escape the nest. But he does it in such an elegant way, and I've been listening to him so much more, and I always find myself that when I start getting the feeling of overwhelmed, or maybe not isolation, but like hopelessness, because there's so much on my plate, I'm just like, fuck, man, I just want to bury my head in the sand for a little bit. Once I start getting a little restless at night, I find myself further away from him. But these past 2 days, I've been listening to him like crazy, and it's really helped me. It's centered me. But for the past past 18 months, he's been in and out of the hospitals all across the world, Moscow, here, Europe, I think Switzerland maybe a few times. But he's been in and out of the hospital with sicknesses. I think he was addicted to benzodiazepine. I think it was benzodiazepine, which was for his anxiety. His wife had like cancer, and I think they gave her a limit of how much longer she was going to live, and she ended up beating it. She ended up surviving. But because of the day that she was going to die, because they put a date on it, which wasn't the doctor's fault. That's just science. That's all the indicators said that she was going to be dead at this specific time. He went ahead and he was taking his medication, but he developed an addiction to it. A dependency for it, and it became a real issue, and so much of an issue that he had to get off of it. But as he was weaning off of it, something happened in his body. He ended up getting pneumonia, ended up getting coronavirus, and he was in and out of the hospital for 18 months, got really weak. But it seems like he's alive. He's doing better, and I'm super happy for that, because like I said, he's a very important figure for me. He's a guy that every time I talk to a dude and they say that they're struggling with something, or that they aren't feeling too well, or like their life is kind of, there's all the pieces are there, they just can't seem to put the bow on the box and tie the pieces together. He is a person I always 100% every single time will recommend, because I think he's the best for men to listen to. Him, Lewis Howes is super duper important. I think those are definitely two of the best authors and individuals I know. There's another book called The Male Brain. I think it's The Male Brain by Lumi Brizendine. I think her book is super good. It just kind of explains the difference between the male brain and the female brain, which is a huge difference. So I think once you can see it from like an anatomical level, if there is a difference, I think it's super important. I think it feels good. It gives all the things that you might be feeling, explains why they're a certain way, which I think is healthy, for you to understand why you're feeling a certain thing. Anyways, he's doing well, and I'm super happy about that. I really am. I'm very happy about that. He's also coming out with a new book. Let me see this. Jordan Peterson. He's coming out with a new book soon. Books. So it says 2020. What is that? I don't even know what that book is. Oh. I've never read it. That's why. Oh, actually, no. This book, The Maps of Meaning, came out in 1999. 21 years ago. How old was he? So crazy. Every time I think I'm like kind of smart, I meet people who are just so much smarter than me. 21, 48. He was, what is that? 37 years old. That's not super duper old. But yeah, he's brilliant. I think he's super important for everyone to listen to. I really do. But here we go. Look at this. This is in Annapolis. This is from the Capital Gazette, so obviously it's going to be in Annapolis. He's building a huge fucking ramp. God, Travis Pastrana doesn't stop. The ramps are up. Travis Pastrana is a step closer to jump at City Dock in Annapolis. One of my buddies was there setting it up yesterday. He's with Street Bike Tommy, who's one of Travis Pastrana's guys. So if anyone doesn't know, Travis Pastrana is a motocross dude, like I guess like a modern day stunt devil, but he's super talented. I think he was like the first guy to do like a front flip on a motorcycle. I think I'm pretty sure. But he's also he's Annapolis local, so he actually lives in my town. Like I live in Davisonville, which is like 15 minutes from Annapolis, and he actually lives in Annapolis. I mean, in Davisville. Like I've seen his house. I've been to his house a few times as in one. But I think he's been in California a lot. He did that show called Nitro Circus, which I think really made him internationally famous. But he's also just super famous because he's like the best at his sport. And even in motocross, a sport that's not super famous, if you're the best at something, you usually end up being, pretty well known. Travis Pastrana City Dock ramp. Construction continues on the landing ramp Travis Pastrana will use when he jumps a car over Eagle Alley of City Dock. Using a car. I'm trying to think, because what the image I'm looking at is on the side where most people hang out, that dock area. I'm guessing he's not going to drive the car up that way. He's probably going to take the car and drive it down the other way, down a street, and take off that way, I would assume. There's a bunch of pictures. Yeah, I would assume that's what he's going to do because there's no room on the other side. Dude's wild, man. I love it. Looks like it's going to be crazy, dude. Travis Pastrana is so unique, man. The ramp is up. Travis Pastrana plans to jump Eagle Alley on Thursday. Took a step closer Tuesday with construction of a ramp he hopes to use and jump across a narrow body of water. San Diego-based film crew Hoonigan Industries will film Pastrana, an action sports car and Annapolis native, completing the stunt, especially designed a rally car from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Neither Pastrana nor his representatives could be reached for comment on this project. Pastrana hopes to keep spectators at bay, so footage from the stunt will have an impact when he releases the film. Oh, so I guess it must be like a movie thing. He must be coming out with a new movie. The stunt is expected to cause road closures and parking restrictions in the downtown area. During the stunt, residents and visitors should expect areas around City Dock, Newman Street, Compromise Street, and Dock Street to be closed from 6:30 to 10 a.m. School Street, Church Circle, and West Street will be closed from 11:30 to 4 p.m. Taylor Avenue and Poplar Avenue behind the Graduate Hotel will be closed. Blah, 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 blah. It's kind of cool. Not as cool as I expected it to be, but still, Yay. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. What else is going on in the news, man? Schumer says he and Feinstein had a serious talk after Barrett hearings report. Don't care, don't care. Trump cuts short. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Protesters, Nigeria protesters break curfew amid gunfire. Chaos in Lagos. It's wild, man. What's going on over there? Pope Francis calls for civil union laws for same-sex couples. Finally, the fucking Catholic Church is finally keeping up to date with the rest of the world. They're not just going to let their priests be the gay ones who have sex with underage boys. Look at that. Look at that. The Catholic Church is like same-sex couples totally allowed since our priests have been having sex with underage kids against their will for over thousands of years, ever since the Catholic faith has, ever since religion has been a thing. I hope I didn't offend people. But it's true. But the thing is, it's true. Look, if I just Google, let me just Google Catholic priest. Just Google it. See what's going on. What's going on with Catholic priests? Catholic priest is sentenced to time served at 2008's break-in. Catholic priest arrested. Shocking allegations from Pearl River priest arrest last week. The lights. Okay, there's a Catholic priest arrested after filming sex tape on altar with dominatrices. Are you serious? The police. This is what I'm saying, dude. According to police reports described on NOLA.com, a random person was walking past the St. Peter's and Paul Roman Catholic Church in Pearl River, Louisiana on the evening of September 30th when he noticed that the lights were on. Inside the church, this person decided to investigate and upon peering through the window, discovered this sight. Here we go. The small parish's pastor half naked having sex with two women on the altar. According to court documents, the women were dressed in corsets and high-heeled boots. There were sex toys and stage lighting, and a mobile phone was mounted on a tripod recording it all. Naturally, having witnessed what was clearly a consensual, albeit sacrilegious encounter involving a person who would logically have access to the building at night, this random person decided the best course of action would be take a consensual video and then phone the police. Are you like? This is what I'm saying, dude. Like, I guess if they were okay with it, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not sure, but there's something really dark about it. I mean, maybe it's still prostitution, but also it could just not be prostitution. I guess in that case, who cares? They should be allowed to do that. But just weird, right? Why would you want to have sex on an altar? Who am I to judge? I guess some people are. That's what they live for. Okay. 5 arrested in connection with toppling Juniper Syria. I don't care. Indian and Catholic reports arrested Jesuits. Jews. Catholic protests and raunchy against the arrest of don't care. Dominations caught filming. That's just fucking crazy. Priest accused of 2013 abuse allegedly sent inappropriate text to minor in 2020. Shocker. Former Farmington priest arrested on charges of sexual assault in the Catholic Church. Survivor group demands Vatican investigation in New Orleans. Pearl River priest jailed on obscenely charged involving women. 83-year-old Catholic priest arrested. Unlocks church voice. Don't care. Priest gets federal prison for breaking into Navy base. Can't do that. Priest at peace with sentence for Georgia anti-nuke protest. So it's just a lot of good stuff. But I'm happy that they're accepting gay people finally. A teacher was beheaded in France's war over secularism, freedom of speech, and religious equality reunites. Could you imagine if someone was beheaded in New York City? That would be insane. That would be insane. Google is a search monopoly. No shit. Would have never guessed. But that's neither here and there. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I think I'm gonna go wrap this sucker up, man. It's been a beautiful day. I got a meeting. I always sound so official when I say I got a meeting here on this specific time with somebody. No, but I do. I have a meeting with my advisor. I got to do an internship. Last time I talked to this lady, I didn't call her by her real name. I didn't say doctor, even though she's a doctor. I just said, hey, can we set up a meeting? Because I have my names in my email address, so I figured she would know who I am. And she was not happy with me. She was not happy at all. She was not happy with me at all. And I didn't really feel bad. I was like, what, you stuck up bitch? Like, chill, bro. It's all good. You know who I am. I know who you is. It's all good, my man. It's all good, my man, dude. But I got to meet her at 11 a.m. Talk about an internship. Super, super excited for that. It's going to be a good old time. Hopefully I can just stay at the gym because, oh, man, if I got to do an internship, like, in person at, like, a different place and not get paid for it, that's slavery, dude. I don't understand how like we can still just be totally down with like, oh, it's an internship. Well, you know, it's an unpaid internship because the possibility of getting hired here and you're going to learn valuable lessons. Fuck off. Get out of here with that. I'm so tired of that. You're just literally like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Pay me, bro. Time is money. If I trade you my time, you pay me money. I don't care if I'm 15 years old because that's when I'm allowed to work. You pay me if I'm doing an internship, you pay me. I don't get it. Let's see the market's crashing. Let's give you a live update at 10:49 on a Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. Let's see if the market's completely crashing. It probably is completely crashing. I'm probably losing a butt ton of money. But after the presidential candidacy, COVID will be over. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Don't cancel me, YouTube. I'm just saying that would be hilarious if they're like, oh, COVID, we have a vaccine November 5th. Like, cool, guys. Thanks, man. That was awesome. Yeah, okay, only up 0.38%. Was up almost a whole percent earlier. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Micro Lab Show. Go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe, do your thing. If you guys are on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave it a rating, a 5-star rating. I think we're closing into 600, which is super duper cool. Next podcast, I will have my table up here. I just had to put on the legs, and we're going to have a professional table because I am a professional, and I only do professional things. So with that, I'm aware that times are strange and busy. I was hoping to get some information. I don't know what I said to her. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I digress. But yeah, next podcast, you guys are gonna see my professional table, and I'm super excited to show you that because I built the whole damn thing by myself. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. I'll catch you guys Tuesday, episode 134 of the Micro Lab Show. Peace out. See you. Have a great, beautiful week and a weekend.